Parishioners and friends, welcome back to Father Alfie's table, and today duck à l'orange. We are at the second week of Advent, so we have the two candle of Advent lit for this evening to bless our evening, to bless our cooking. I was in the class grade 6 and grade 2 at St. Joseph's School, and the second candle is the candle, we know the first is hope, the second candle for the second week of Advent is love. So I asked the children, tell me about what is love? And some kids says is to be nice, is to be kind to one another, and they say yes, that's really good. But then I ask to both classes, I ask, but love is something that you choose or something you don't choose? Like to love your mom, do you choose to love your mom or you don't choose to love your mom? Think about that. So I asked the kids, and half a class raised their hand that they say they do not choose to love their mom, and the other half a class raised their hand and says, yeah, we choose to love our mom. And I said to them, you are both right. You are both right, because first of all, God put in our heart that original spark of love. When you are born and your mom nourishes you, you don't choose to love your mom, it's within us. We love her, but at the same time we choose to follow what is in our heart, so we keep choosing to love our mom and for our dad and our brothers and sisters and everybody else. So there is always a sparkle of love that God is giving us that we don't choose. Our heart is made for love, but then we have to choose to follow the heart. And when we choose not to love and to be mean and greedy, that means we are going against our own hearts. So as we are approaching Christmas, we are doing a Christmas dish that was for my house anyway, in my hometown in Varese, and it's duck à l'orange. And it's made in a particular way, the way my mom used to make it, of course, and that's what we're gonna do. But hey, children, hold on, don't worry. We're not cooking Donald Duck. We're just cooking a duck, the one that we eat. Because the ingredients we can see now is the duck. We're gonna put some herbs, rosemary and sage. We have 4 oranges. We're gonna have a tablespoon of honey, just a little bit of milk, probably half a glass, and a tablespoon of flour, and then Cointreau. I use Cointreau, but brandy or cognac is good as well. So just cut them like that, one. Okay, so this is done. And then I'm going to trim this kind of fat that is coming out. Is the skin, and the skin of the duck is actually fat. It's very fatty, let's put it that way. And we cut this in pieces like that, and with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to put it in the olive oil in the pan, in the pot, because it releases lots of good fat that we need to cook the duck. So what we're gonna do, first of all, we're gonna put this rosemary and sage inside, and salt. We're gonna put some salt inside as well. We kind of, with the hands, kind of massage inside the salt, and also we kind of massage the skin also with salt, so it kind of absorb on both sides. Flame fairly high at the beginning, and our usual drizzle of olive oil. That's my drizzle. This is the part of the skin at the end that we cut it, that we use to make a little bit of nice grease. We're gonna let this sizzle a little bit, and we're going to cut now an orange. Before we cut it, we take some peel out because we're gonna need it later for the sauce at the end. Just take the top of the orange, not the white, because you know the white is of the orange is very bitter. We don't use that. And just the top, and this nice sweet fragrance, beautiful fragrance. We're gonna do this with all the oranges except one. So we use 3 oranges for cooking and 1 at the end. We're gonna keep the juice of an orange right here. We're gonna use it right at the beginning with the Cointreau. We're gonna sear it with a medium high. Couple of minutes, so we're gonna turn the duck on the other side. And voila! Look at this. Just leave it on the side. And the other side as well. Okay. Now we're going to turn a bit higher. We have the orange juice. We're going to throw it in on top like that. We're going to hear it sizzling. And this is the Cointreau or brandy or cognac. The Cointreau or Grand Marnier. Cointreau, like what Grand Marnier, they have enough taste of orange, so it tastes well. So we're gonna put the Cointreau now, and then we're gonna make a flambe. Hopefully it's gonna make a bit of a flame. We have to be careful we're not gonna get burned. Okay? Beautiful. Whoa. Beautiful. That's beauty. Let it go for a little bit. And we burn the alcohol. That's done. Then we turn the oven at 400. It's a 2 kilo, 350, 400, put it 400, maybe an hour and a half. So we're gonna use the broth now. So the broth is very simple. It's just the carrots, onions, and celery. And here we have the neck of our duck. And oh yes, I put half a red pepper also in the broth to give a little bit of a color. So we're gonna put 2 cubes, maybe 3. Okay. We're gonna cover. We turn off this stove, and we're gonna put it in the oven. And we should leave it there for maybe an hour, and then we'll check it. So we're gonna put the juice on from the bottom on the top, like that. Kind of refresh everything. Now we're gonna take some juice from here. We're gonna put in a little bit of a bowl because we're gonna use it for the sauce. So we take a couple of scoops from this gorgeous, rich juice, and then the rest goes right on top again to refresh everything. I couldn't find any BC or Canadian oranges, unfortunately, but we're probably also out of season, so we have to rely on the southern countries. It's not just for decoration, also because it releases some of the juice. Okay. And now we close and put it back in the oven. Father Jai, who used to be here, he went a couple of times in India. I'm talking about 5 years ago, and my gosh, this is 5 years ago. I think it's still good, because this is what he brought me from India. I was in Duncan. It's still good. It's still working. The longer, the finer. And when you do that, you can also make your own spices. With the pepper, you can add some salt, you can add some rosemary, you can add some oregano, some Indian spices if you like, cardamom, and you do your own mix. Nice and fine. Ooh, it's still good. Still good. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put in the small pan the juice that we just got from the big pot with the duck. 2 oranges, because 1 orange juice is already inside with the duck, and we put the 2 here, the other 2. And I cheated, I add another orange, so there were 5 oranges altogether, and the other orange is on the top of the duck. So we can put a pinch of salt and the pepper that we just grind. Pepper. Because we didn't put any pepper on the duck, we're gonna put it in the sauce. Get it on the side. And we start to whisk a little bit. Orange peel that we grated from the oranges, and we just go all the way in. Now they start a little bit come to a broil. We're gonna put a nice 4 tablespoons of this delicious honey, local, from Vancouver Island. I'm gonna put 2 of them because it's tricky to get a full tablespoon. Now we add the flour. Is another big tablespoon of flour, no more than that. And we'll use a little bit of a strainer so it comes down in powder. And as it comes down, I'll mix, so to avoid grooms or to avoid get stuck together. It reminds a little bit of bechamel sauce, doesn't it? And now it's getting thicker and thicker. Turn it slowly. And then we add a little bit of milk at a time. And that's the sauce we're gonna use to pour upon the duck. All right. Whoa. Ducky, ducky, come here. Whoa, 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 look at this beauty. So now we have this beauty. We're gonna have a taste to verify if it is actually as good as it looks. So we take this on the side. fantastic. And then of course, if you like a little bit with bone, a nice leg. Look at this beautiful leg. Wow, fantastic. Now we take some of the sauce that we made and just put it on top like that. That's how you serve the duck à l'orange. Let's try a piece of this breast. Oh my goodness. That's delicious. This is fantastic. It's a beautiful dish that you can prepare. It's not that difficult. It takes some work, but it's not that difficult. And for all the festivities, especially for Christmas, it's worth it. Let me tell you. It's the sauce that is amazing. The orange is duck-lectable. That's a new word. God bless you all and have a blessed Advent. That's good.